What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Don't Forget About Me, the Supernova version, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's talk about the Wild Season Pass and how much that's going to cost you in terms of the SPS that you win every single game. Now, the thing is, we've seen a slight increase, very slight, in terms of the amount of Wild Season Passes that were purchased this season, and I'll do a video on that as we get closer to the end of the season, but also just in terms of the active daily accounts and the battles that are being played in Wild. So my guess is that with the SPS increase in price, and you can see here that we're on a little bit of a dip now, and we might go further down, so I'm just giving the price as it is right now for context, but with this increased price, at least from where we were just a couple of weeks ago at like the 0.006, 0.007 range, it's significantly cheaper to recover your cost of playing in Wild, right? To cover your costs of playing in Wild. So what I want to do right now is show you this on a scale here. So let's actually go over to, let's go to BSwap. Okay, so as you can see here, I have it placed in where if you wanted to use your SPS earnings to buy the required amount of DEC of 2,000, you would need to make at least 177 SPS over the course of the season. Now, anything that you make above that will be gravy. And keep in mind that this is actually a very conservative amount because you probably could make extra energy, right? You probably get extra energy and all that. And so the calculation that I'm going to do here as we go over to the calculator is I'm going to take that 177 and I'm going to divide it, right? Well, actually, let me show you how I'm going to get here. Each season is roughly 15 days, right? Some are shorter, some are longer, but just on average, every season is half a month. Half a month on average is 15 days. So you're going to do 15 times 24, right? Times 24. Which gets you to 360 games. Now, if you have a 50-50 win percentage, which is the average that the team is shooting for, you divide that by 2, and that gets you 180, which means 177 divided by 180 is pretty much 1 SPS per game that you would need to win. But like I said, as you go through, as you rise up the tiers, you can get more energy. You can use glint that you earn to not necessarily go after cards if you don't need the cards or you don't want the cards, but to buy more energy, right? Which would lower the cost per win. So what I'm trying to do is give you this little calculation here for those who have alternate accounts or who are considering participating in Wild, especially because we may have an influx of folks coming into Wild format once Conclave Arcana is out and Chaos Legion rotates entirely to Wild format and survival mode only. And so when that happens, if you're not making just under 1 SPS per win, well, it might not be worthwhile for you to play. But if you are able to make at least 1 SPS per win, well, then you can cover your costs and you'll probably come out way ahead because you'll be earning glint that you can use on more cards, you can use on more energy, you can use on more things in the game, right? And that will all probably take your costs down. Now, the whole point of this is not to like min-max, although I am putting this out there for the people that like to min-max because maybe you have an alt account that you want to bot, and so you're trying to calculate if it's worthwhile right now. Obviously, it was a little bit better when SPS is at 1.4 cents, and it would be even greater if SPS was at 14 cents, right, or something like that. But we're not quite there yet, and I don't know when and if we'll get there. So as we go through this now, this is the calculation that I'm using to see if it's worthwhile or not for myself and for anybody else. Now, thankfully, I make a decent amount more than this 1 SPS per game, but wait, there's more. If you have SPS staked, and not everybody will, right? So some people might be renting their SPS, which could add an increased cost, so I'm not even going to factor that in. But if you have some SPS staked already, that means you're earning more SPS as well as vouchers, which if you don't need the voucher promo card, you can sell those to help offset your costs. So all in all, the cost of playing in Wild is actually significantly less than 1 SPS per win. But I'm just giving you that as a baseline so that you kind of know what the upper limit is, right? Because you know that you're getting other earnings from staking your SPS, or you can get additional earnings from buying energy with glint or winning extra energy through reward chests as you rise up the ranks and cross different tiers. But all in all, this is where it's at. This is kind of like the baseline for folks to have something to look at and to use. Now, again, I I'll be playing for the long run. I think I have enough SPS that the amount of vouchers I receive will always cover the 2,000 DEC cost for me. I mean, unless vouchers go to like zero. So I'm not worried about that. And it's another reason that I like stacking SPS, because I get these vouchers and I'm able to do something with them, which covers the cost of, entry into wild format. And my hope is, just in conversations that I've had with Dave and many others, is that they do other things to expand wild format and make it more fun and make it more unique, right? I've talked about you can kind of backdoor engineer a what's that called? Like a battle pass through wild format. If you give out cool cards or you give out cool rewards that are unique to wild format only and get people to participate there. Right now, people either have an incentive to do so. The only incentive really to do so is so that you can get the reward chest. But other than that, right, wherever you have the cards, modern tends to be better. Although wild is paying decently well right now if you have the SPS stake, but that's a whole other topic. So just wanted to share with you these raw numbers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and how you're approaching this. Obviously, this is all subject to change with the price of SPS, but that's why I wanted to show you where it was at the beginning of this video so that you can go through, calculate it on your own, see if it makes sense. And at the end of the day, guys, this is just a game. So if you can cover your costs and you're building your collection, meaning that like all of the SPS is covering your costs, right? All of your winnings cover your costs and you're able to keep playing, but your card collection is growing over time and you get to do more things in the game and you're slowly building an SPS stack. I don't know. I mean, to me, that's fun. I mean, maybe even if you're in the hole a little bit, right? Like some people pay to play games and that's not a bad thing, right? Yes. In Web3, people have gotten used to the idea of getting paid to play games, but this is investing just like anything else. And so therefore, the more you put in, the more you get out. And sometimes that works out well. Sometimes it doesn't, especially when prices collapse like they do in a bear market for every project out there. But I'm way outside the scope of this video. Just wanted to cover that with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.